Hello and welcome to Before We Break Up Again. This week, we talk creativity and how to rediscover your creative mojo. Is that a fair assessment of what happened?
Yeah, but we didn't get anywhere with the discussion.
Great. So tune in. It's sure is juicy. It's actually a very good episode, I think. So yeah, do listen to it. You're listening to the intro, so that there must be at least the smallest bit of interest. Keep going. You can do it. And subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/braveclown. There is a bonus episode every week where Jessie says things that she wouldn't say if it was for the public forum, like our full address and her cup size.
Okay, thank you for listening, everybody. Take care.
This is Before We Break Up Again. And that was a joke.
Yeah? How does that sound?
It sounds great.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
Cool.
A creativity episode.
But first, let's just dissect our fight.
Do we have to do that?
No, we don't.
We could do just for like, I think it's a lot of what people want.
They're either here for the fight stuff or they're here for the, I don't know why they'd be here, creativity stuff. Like they will have known our work before this and then followed one of us for a particular reason and then seen that we're doing something together. I do find it kind of very interesting thinking about why people listen to certain podcasts.
Yeah, I find it quite interesting. I think some people have written that it's an unfiltered example of the millennial parenting experience. I think I had somebody said that in the comments.
Oh, about our podcast?
Yeah, about our podcast.
Oh, right. But what interests you about other people's listening habits?
I don't listen to any comedy podcasts.
Really?
I don't listen to any comedians on podcasts. I find it too, and maybe I should, I just don't think I've ever found anybody funny on a podcast. And I don't feel like I need that. What I feel like, I think that I'm, not stupid. I can grasp subjects, but I'm an idiot when it comes to football. So I really like listening to football tactics podcasts, but at the same time, they make me incredibly depressed because I think, is this really adding value to my life? And I'm obsessed at the moment about the idea of what is adding value to my life and what is a good use of time and time. Like how am I spending my time? Maybe it's a middle-aged thing.
Yeah, maybe. I think we are going through a midlife crisis of sorts, both of us.
It's certainly what my affair would suggest.
Okay. It is all related to age. All of my problems, I guess.
I remember the first time you had a moment of this kind of crisis that you've been reeling from ever since.
It was largely down to you. No, not in a blame. I blame you.
Okay, so we're back to that.
No. It was realizing, and I just flicked open that notebook I should burn. But it was when we broke up the second time. And I think everything in the year before Becca was one when you were cancelled, when you had your mini breakdown after you were nominated and you had that really great career run and you kind of, instead of, you just were thrown by the whole thing and had this kind of collapse. And I think that made me realize, I need you too much. I need you I survive because of you. And that is not healthy. And we're still in the same situation. I think I'm a little bit better, but that notebook is entirely, how do I have a life without him?
Well, I think one of the things I say to you as you're leaving a room or if I'm going out, one of my little goodbyes, one of my messages of departure is bye-bye. I love you too much. I always say, I love you too much.
I don't notice that.
You don't notice that? I say it all the time. Are you joking? Is that a joke? Are you joking?
I don't notice that.
I love you too much.
I guess I've noticed you say it. I don't notice you say it every time.
I say it fairly frequently, I would suggest.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But it's also the problem.
I know, it's a massive problem. It's like you will, I care, I will be fucked if you die. Like I will be, I just can't do anything without you. And it's so codependent and it's just, you're my island.
Yes.
It's so bad.
I mean, I also have, I think I need you in a slightly different way to which you need me. But I know what you mean. Like, I suppose I have a more active social life.
Yeah, and a more able social life.
I'm more socially able than you. I am.
You are, but you also don't have that string to the kids as much as, it's like I still have an umbilical cord with all 4 of them. I feel guilty if I leave them for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's something you need to work through, isn't it?
I know. And that's what that book is about. And something you said yesterday really hit me.
Is this during the fight or like is it a nice moment?
No, the fight stuff is, it's about laundry. It's just about laundry and you not listening. And we went through the laundry system this morning. Mm-hmm. I taught you how to take the fluff out. Mm-hmm. We're okay. I think you're going to be able to do a little bit more. And if you just do a little bit more, it will transform my day. And I'm going to teach you how to upload the podcast and extract the data from the memory cards. I genuinely would really like that. Get to Premiere Pro to sync the audio with the camera stuff and to then upload it all to YouTube. Alfie, I'm telling you, I actually think I would like to edit this. I think our podcast would be a hit if I edited them. If I could edit them, we could cut out the shit and make it really fucking tight. Whereas you're like, no, I don't like to edit. I don't like to edit. Well, I don't like to edit because it's, especially if the selling point of the podcast is honesty. Editing is artifice. Yeah. No, this is related to something. There was contempt in that, yeah. What? Yeah, just I was like, I could now make fun of you for saying that, but I won't. You're very, very intelligent. Everybody knows. We haven't been very affectionate with each other today. It's because we're still reeling from last night because you slept in a spare room. I didn't sleep in a spare room. Well, I didn't let you. I came in. Well, when he took the pillows, I thought, he's getting into bed. We can make up. It'll be nice. And then when you took the pillows, I honestly thought you had ripped my heart out. I had my sleep apnea mouth guard in, so I couldn't even open my mouth to be open mouthed. I thought, right, how long am I going to stay here before I go in and interrupt him? I want you to just be settling into the other bed and just be thinking, actually, I quite like this because it's a nice room. I think that's a really nice room to sleep in, that one. I've never slept in it. Well, I haven't slept in it either, but it's a nice, it is. I like it. It's a nice room. So I thought, oh no. And so I thought, oh no, he's going to like sleeping in that room. He's going to realize that's way easier than sleeping with me because of the amount of times the night I either start playing the newsagents, the rest is politics, or have to get up for 1 or 2 children. Or wheeze. And the amount of time I go to, So I was like, I've got to wait till he's settled and then I'm going to go in and shout. And it was well timed as well because I was thinking, maybe I'll go downstairs because I was kind of feeling quite angry. So I thought if I go downstairs and have a joint, then I will calm and I'll be able to go and sleep in the spare room because I don't like going to sleep on a fight. And that would have made it more. You manage. Yeah. Fucking manage. And then when we eventually, or the rigmarole of me saying, this is setting such a bad precedent as a couple sleeping in the spare room. If you end up doing this, what's going to happen to us? You know? We should talk through it. I love your, it was good drama. It was very good drama. And what was that? I don't like you very much right now. I don't want to be in the same room as you right now. which hurt. I don't want to sleep in the same bed as you. Fuck off. And then eventually the two little ones started coughing. I then had to go in with them.
So I went to check on them.
You went to check on them and then you were like, are you going to sleep in here, are you? Good. And then I got them to sleep again. And then to fuck you over, I came back in the bedroom as you would say. Why did you go back into our bedroom? Why didn't you just stay in the spare bedroom?
I don't know, because I knew you'd come back in and I wanted to sleep in the same bed as you.
And then we finally got in the same bed together and I was like, I think how you've behaved this evening is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
And you did your best. The thing that pisses me off more than anything.
Yes.
What is it? Silence. You were just silent. So I then went on a little monologue. Like, you have to do more.
You do nothing. After I just spent the day
working for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Anyway, sorry. That just filled you in on our last night's fight. We're completely fine. I bought you a tea this morning.
Oh, it was the best tea I've ever had, even though it was far too milky.
Sorry. And it was with the protein milk for the kids. And just to fuck you, I didn't put the tea bag in for long enough.
Yeah, there was arsenic in the tea as well.
Yeah. You're going to die later.
Loads of arsenic. Okay.
Anyway, that's it. We're fine. Everything's good.
We haven't kissed today though.
Yeah, I don't want to yet. That notebook over there. No. You said yesterday, which is let's get back on track. You said we were talking about your ex-manager. I know you don't like talking about this. We had a friend come yesterday and she was like, she had bumped into him and she was and I wanted to know everything about what they talked about. It was very, very immature of me, but Alfie is very sanguine about the whole thing and so dignified about the situation. And you said later on, as we were talking about the cancellation and how our lives have kind of changed since then.
For anybody who doesn't know the whole story, the cancellation episode is available for a reasonable price on Patreon, along with many other excellent episodes and a day in the life of Jesse's fetish website content, blah, blah, blah.
We are going to do a new little thing.
Going to do a new special soon.
Yeah. So please stay with us.
Alfie and Jesse go to Copenhagen.
No, Alfie and Jesse paint a sunset on the wall.
Oh, spicy.
And have a fight. I said, if he hadn't have abandoned you at that moment as a manager, our lives arguably would be different. And you said, no, it's a really good thing that happened for me because I have to now try and make it on my own. I have to be independent and self-sufficient as an artist and a creator.
I said, if I didn't say it, what I think is that he is a brilliant manager. He's excellent. And he is, in some ways, a kind of throwback in that he's kind of fierce in a sense, in that he has a will to win and a will to succeed and a drive and an ambition that actually supersedes a lot of his clients. I think it's kind of, so I think I was reliant on him and I didn't put in enough of the work that I needed to because I could just be carried sort of water skiing on the powerboat of his drive. And I just don't, I obviously would in a sense have preferred it. I mean, I miss him on a personal level and a professional level. And I miss somebody booking in my fucking gigs. That would be really ideal. If anybody wants a job. And I just think that now there's that mantra or saying, nobody is coming for you.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming to save you.
No one's coming for you.
And I know that.
That's Sarah Barron's personal mantra, though.
Is it?
It's not like a famous mantra.
Oh, is it not?
No, it's just her. I'm sorry, Sarah. We're spreading your mantra. Yeah, that's when she meditates. That's what she says. No one's coming for you.
Oh, wow.
You have to save yourself.
Right. So, well, then there you go. My yogi, Sarah Barron,
fellow mother slut,
and I think that's a really useful thing. And I think it's in a world where I think people are reliant on external forces to try and make themselves feel better. I think it's a useful thing to be self-sufficient. And I think if he had stayed my manager, I would have continued like that. I wouldn't have done the things that, albeit I haven't done yet, but I know that I need to do. It's still fresh. It's still recent. And I know now that if I can master the different aspects of my career that I need to make it something good. Like I could have continued to earn a decent bit of money and then maybe fallen away or maybe got a break, but I wouldn't have learned what I needed to learn had we stayed together.
Yeah. So I have a few things to say. First of all, he was a brilliant manager. And in a way, you're right. He would have been a brilliant sports manager. I could see him doing that. You know, he was almost quite American in the way they manage over there. And I absolutely adored him. And I am way more upset on your behalf than you, because I think even when we were broken up the first time, me, you and him had a meeting and you were coasting. You know, you are somebody who is known to be honestly like brilliant on stage. Like I think everyone could agree that, but you back then, and maybe it's part, you know, it's one of your attributes. You know, you didn't fight. You weren't going for things. And me, you and him had this meeting and we were like, this is what you need to do. And because I'm very much like a manager, I play that role quite naturally with you, which was to the detriment of our relationship at the time. We had this meeting and me and him were like, this is what you need to do. And so I feel like he loved you almost as much as I loved you. And that's why the whole thing has been so heartbreaking. Anyway, putting that aside, in a way, because of your upbringing with your parents both being in the arts and showbiz, I think that you almost were similar to an actor in your expectancy that somebody will call you up and offer you these things or give you, because you were quite never arrogant, but precocious in a way, because your talent was so formed young, like really young, I think. And I think a lot of actors fall into that trap of just waiting for their agent to call them and say, oh, here's this thing, here's this thing, here's this thing. And you kind of, I probably became quite complacent.
Well, what I imagined my life to be, or what I wanted my life to be, when I started comedy at the tender age of 18, was that I would write stand-up comedy, and then you write it well enough that you get an agent who books your gigs, and then you write the stand-up comedy, then you go and perform the stand-up comedy, and then you get to a place where you can do an entire hour-long show, and then maybe a longer show, and you tour it, and then you finish touring it, and then you write a new one.
Yeah.
That is your life. That is the life that I wanted. I didn't want to do any of the extracurricular shit, much as I love doing this podcast.
No, but that lifestyle of a comedian doesn't really exist anymore.
No, exactly.
And that's what is you know, it's sad. We're all having to shuffle into these new careers as we work out what to do. Like, it's really interesting. I got an email off my voice agent yesterday, you know, saying, oh, they're inquiring about an audiobook for this. And I used to love doing audiobooks. I've done loads, all chick lit, lesbian chick lit. Love it. But there's kind of very little chance I would accept that now, because it's just so little money. Whereas 10 years ago, it was triple the money. Things like that. And acting roles. Like, we've spoken about how my last acting role, which is probably my final ever acting role, was I got paid $1,000, which I know is a nice amount of money, but that role that now is, you know, I would have got there's no money anywhere for anything. If you gigged 5 times a week, it still wouldn't really be enough to live on, really, 5 times a week. Depending on the gig, obviously. But.
No, 5 times a week would be all right. If say you were, I don't know, like if they all paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you did 5 paid gigs a week, it's quite a lot though.
So when would you ever go back to doing, I mean, obviously you couldn't, this is probably offensive, this question.
Okay.
But like, would you ever just go on and do like a really, really shit gig? Would you like that? Would you ever go backwards and do that? If you just truly want to gig and love gigging, would you ever just do that? Or do you feel like, oh no, that would be embarrassing, or that would be a step backwards?
Well, I mean, I don't think it in terms of shit gigs and good gigs, what a gig is, first of all, it can differ week to week. Like a shit gig one week might be a great gig the next. So you can't really tell. Also, I never really stopped doing that. I mean, I remember during those COVID times, if you can push your memory back that far, when we were coming out of lockdown and gigs were starting again, I said to my friend, brilliant comedian Josh Weller, who has a special coming out soon, look out for it. And he was sort of starting, he was newer around that time. So he knew all the open mic gigs. So I went, please, will you tell me every single one of them and I will go and do them. I don't care where it is. I just need to gig as much as I humanly possibly can. And he went, yeah, sure. And I did loads of them and it was great. And I did one downstairs in a kind of juice bar in Hackney. And I called Josh up afterwards and went, that was too much. Not that one. So like, if there's anything like that one, not that one, I don't want to do, because it was impossible, because everybody on the bill was so shit. And I was watching everybody be shit and go, well, when I get on stage, the audience will go, oh, a real sigh of relief. A professional is finally on the stage. But because everybody's expectations had been lowered to such a point, I was all so awful. And I just had a horrible, horrible time. And it was like being in a nightmare. I wanted to shake everybody and go, no, but I'm good. I'm not like these. I'm not doing this because of, I'm not new to the extent that I haven't learned anything about it. I'm not one of these people with a sort of a troubled past that is now going through something and taking it out on you on stage. I'm not them, please. Is that an
attack on me?
No.
Okay.
I was trying to find a nice way to phrase. There are 2 kinds of open mic comedian. There's new young comedians who are going to be good one day. And then there are mental people who are mental. And that's the 2 kinds of people you find on the open mic circuit.
Yeah.
And sometimes imagine. Like a mental person get really good and sometimes like, you get people start late and they're really good, but you just get new comics and mental people. That's who the 2 types of open mic comedian are.
I don't know why I asked that. Sorry.
I mean, I did I do it. You
just basically, you've lost the habit of gigging regularly because we have, a house now and we have the kids. And
well, it's
we
also
like
different in the Northwest. It's just it's like in London. If I wanted to gig tonight, I could go and I could find a spot.
I know, but sorry, you just didn't.
No, I know I didn't.
And there was something holding you back. And I don't know, because I throughout our relationship, you have always said, I will be fine as long as I can gig. And then
I wanted a break after that show. Yeah,
fair enough. Anyway, looking through that diary I realized, you are my manager role in terms of I am so dependent on you for all of my comfort, happiness, like everything. And like you said that you needed to almost, it was a blessing being cut off from him or him cutting you off. In a way, our breakup, you cutting me off, which is what you essentially did the second time. It's really interesting looking back through those 3 months because I was finding my own way. Like I was putting things in in place so that I could get myself together on my own. And it's just thinking about, there is a way of being in a couple, like a happy relationship, and still having that sense of self and independence. And I haven't quite managed to do that because I'm so at home, and you're so integral to my day. Like, think if they were older, when they get older, I'll be able to do things more. I just don't know. I think it's really hard it's harder for a mother to be able to kind of have that sense of identity and independence so as easily as it is for the father, to be honest.
For sure, yeah. There is certainly there are differences in how we show our love, both to the kids and each other. Yeah, I mean,
but also the creativity part of it. So I feel like my creativity or my ideas, which I think was always my best bit, like I've always just been able to have ideas. Alfie.
What?
What? Just shut up.
It was great.
No, but don't talk about my ideas. Like, don't say the title of one.
Why?
Just because it's like, this is private.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to make you edit that. 25 minutes.
I'm going to say the name of one. I'll just beep it.
Okay.
Someone's going to take the name and...
Yeah, just don't give my ideas away.
But it's not an idea, it's a name.
No, but it's my name. Like, just don't do that again.
Okay. Oh, I can't.
You are 25 minutes.
I can't do it again.
Yeah, but you're cutting that now. You're cutting that. You've cut that. Great. Now we're back. My ideas were always like something that I'd always just had. And I just don't have any. I don't have any. And then whenever we have been broken up or I've been heartbroken, prior to you, it's just always that the ideas just come. So maybe we need to break up again and then my creativity will come back.
Maybe.
How do you get it back?
Your creativity?
Yeah. It's gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's play. From everything that I've read about creativity, it's play and it's boredom. And those are the two ends of the creative fertility spectrum that you need to inhabit if you're going to try and but play comes out of boredom. You play because you're bored and you don't want to be anymore. And the thing is that we are so not ever bored.
I don't know when I was last bored.
Because this is why I've stopped listening to podcasts or trying to stop listening to podcasts. A, when I walk the dog. B, when I walk somewhere. C, like sometimes when I'm driving, I'll just drive in silence for an hour or two, which is fabulous. And then I have to like voice note little ideas to myself, but I always think of something when I'm driving. Or sometimes I'll start thinking about something that somebody's talking about on the podcast. I'll pause the podcast and just think for a bit. But walking the dog, I never use headphones when I'm walking the dog. And I just think, and
that is good. Yeah.
It's letting your brain have a chance to go, so what are we all thinking in here this evening before bed? Like, rather than listen to Emily Maitlis go, so what do we really think was going on when Wes Streeting said, like, you let your own brain, like, it's way too early for you to be learning about what Wes Streeting's thinking. You don't know what you think. Your brain,
I don't know who Wes Streeting is.
Well, you listen to the newsagents every single day. How could you not know who Wes Streeting is?
Because I fall asleep by minute 6.
What's the
funny thing is, I fall asleep by minute 6 and then I don't know how to work my Spotify. So every single other newsagents episode and Rest is Politics episode is in the queue. And so all night I'm listening to news.
Well, you should listen to on Pocket Casts, my podcast app. I find that to be the best podcast app. And if you listen to an episode, it just stops after the episode's finished. Either way, that's not particularly interesting. Not sponsored by Pocket Casts, but Pocket Casts, if you'd like to do a deal, you've been my podcast app of choice for quite some time.
But you're talking about things where you have that solitude. You're able to have that space to think. I don't have a moment really when I'm on my own in the day, apart from like the 3 days now that we have at nursery, we're either podcasting or doing some other work stuff. Like I don't have any, I could run and not like the idea of having that silence, I think is too scary because of pain. Like I don't want to think about bad stuff.
But it's exposure therapy. And like this is a lot of, and you know, this is, please write in and tell me if I've got this wrong. But from what I understand of the situation, the treatment for post-traumatic stress disorder is incremental exposure to the source of stress.
Yeah.
So unless you confront, like, if you didn't listen to music when you went on a run, you would think about all the bad stuff, but it would subside. And you probably would think about the bad stuff because you need to think about the bad stuff.
Yeah. You know, like sometimes when you think of your life from up above and you think about how it's all playing out, sometimes I do think, oh, I've got to that bit in the maze of my life where I'm trapped. Like I'm going round and round and round and round and round. And I keep going against the same, think I'm getting out, but I'm getting trapped again. And I know that. And yet I just can't find my way out.
Well, that's how I feel about like my rather severe YouTube addiction. And and that it is sort of stultifying my capacity for free thinking creativity. And but the thing is that, like you say, how do you get your creativity back? It is this. I'm fairly confident. I mean, how can you possibly be creative if you won't give your brain any time to think? If you're constantly congesting it with music and Emily Maitlis.
I know. It's just, you can't, I'm not quite ready. I don't think. I think I'm hiding behind the kids a lot.
Yes. That's good. That's if I was your therapist, I'd say we just had a breakthrough.
Yeah, but I know, of course I know that. I know.
Well, you've never said it before though. So now we all know it. Now they know it. Now I know it.
Like I need them.
And now I know that you know it.
I think I need them way more than they need me.
Well, that's absolutely fundamentally and obviously not true. But
obviously they need me to do things to them and feed them and, you know, but like I really do need them so much.
And they need you so much. I don't really understand what the distinction is here.
Well, I just, you know, I rely on them a lot for they're the good bits in my day. They're the best bits. And also I just, what I'm astounded by with all these diaries and sketchbooks everywhere in this room from my whole life, which I just can't get rid of. And yet I know if I open them, I'll just, you know, it's just horrendous. But I just can't believe I filled any books before them, because my only since then has been like every single diary, every single notebook.
That's fair. You still journal and keep a diary.
And it's 100% them. There's 100% them. And if we had sex.
Do I ever feature when we haven't had sex? Is there anything about me when we haven't had sex, or am I just
if like you did something nice,
cock to you? If
you did something nice, maybe, but it's usually to do with sex. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that could that's just because that's in I guess that's important. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should try and not write about that and just write about things you did.
I feel like I haven't written anything in such a long time that the idea of writing, it feels like, you know how it takes, you know, a few months to turn an oil tanker around. It doesn't take that long, but it takes ages to turn.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Big time. Know all about oil tanks. Don't tell me. It was on the news stations last night. A whole oil tank special.
Okay. I don't feel like to start again without any momentum. It just feels so difficult.
Without any momentum and without any external support, really.
Without anybody going, please write something.
Yeah. Well, I technically do I have a book agent. I have a agent. You know, I do have people who would be waiting for work that I supply to them. Sure. But they don't understand the chaos of my life, and also the money. The money is the issue. Like I have to earn enough money for us to, but, you know, like I can't afford to sit down and write a novel right now. And I also don't know what the hell I would write about anymore. Like I think I do need to have that. I do need to have time on my own. And I think I hate to admit, but I think probably I need, I do. I probably need some version of therapy. I cannot bear talking therapy.
Right. Dance therapy.
Yes, something different.
Singing therapy.
I think I should start swimming. Maybe swimming will be my therapy. Maybe they could give me therapy as I'm swimming. You can do it. Let's talk about your rape. And Frank Crawl. It would be so great to look at your life on paper and to look at if somebody was all knowing, like a God guy, woman.
Yeah.
And to be like, no, this is the thing that's fucking you up. That if you sort out that, then this and this will suddenly be okay. And you might be surprised by what they circle on the paper. Because for me, it's like, oh, it's obviously the rape. It's that's what's going to be circled. But imagine if it's like, no, Alfie said this in 2017.
Yeah, I can think of a few occasions where you've said something which has left indelible marks upon me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what? Tell me.
No, I don't think you. I wouldn't. If I'm cutting out the name of the character, I'm certainly not entering into that.
No, go on. It's juicy. Go on. Something that I've said about you as a person.
Not about me, no. About somebody else. That's why I'm not.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely don't do that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm saving you from yourself here. But that's just sort of natural. And I like the way that
I was joking. You were being serious. I was joking. Obviously, it's not going to be something you said in 2017, whereas you came out with something real.
No, I know, but I think that there are the obvious huge shifts in what make you up as a person and what inform who you are and who you become. There's obviously huge life events and rather than just huge life events, like relationships that incrementally shift your perception of everything around you. Like your relationship with your father, there is not an event that will shape who you become, but it is just your ongoing relationship with him that informs.
You mean everybody's? Yeah.
No, you personally. That's just it. Just you, and everybody else is fine with their dads. And they just get on with it.
You mean your formative relationships in your life? They're just there, so they affect how
so
you.
the circling the thing isn't like circling this big traumatic life event. It's circling your ongoing relationship with, like, for me in my teenage years, it might have been Maryland cookies.
Yes. Crunchy nut cornflakes,
or that girl.
Yes,
who broke my heart. Like, it could be either of those two things.
It's also the aftermath of the certain explosions and it's kind of chance is so much of it. So I could also circle, say, my brother dying, but then I would have to circle the way, say, I was affected by press and then how that affected my shows and then how that affected my relationships with my other siblings. And then that's them shouting. So the big thing was obviously the death, but then there's the minor after explosions that, what is it called? Aftershocks. The aftershocks that are actually more life altering.
Yeah.
So there's so many things that it's hard to actually diagnose why you are in this position right now in 2025. And it's whether everybody for years, whenever therapies come up, has been like, oh no, you need to go and deal with that. Otherwise it's going to come back and bite you later. You need to deal with that. Sit with it. And I've always been like, no. And I don't think I'm wrong. I think that there is a way of, is that?
Yeah. You need to just go and.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
And we're back. Sorry about that. We had a child sick off school, and therefore there is
2 children in the next room watching Sing. I think one of the best movies for them in the last few years is Sing. I don't know why I said it like that. Sing.
It's good to know what you think. We should do social media content like that. Let's blind rank children's films.
Sing 1, Sing 2. K-pop Demon Hunters, Spider-Verse.
You got to blind rank them. So you got to put them at, where are you putting?
What does blind rank mean?
So you've got 1 to 5 as options, and you've got to put where you think it'll go. The game is that you don't know what I'm going to say next. So you've got, if you put like, it might end up that you get, and you have to put something that you really like at 5 if you fuck it up. So
I don't understand. I don't understand that.
So you've got options.
I don't understand instructions or like information like that. I need to see it written down.
But you've got a blind rank. So 1 to 5.
Stop saying blind rank.
So 1 to 5 children's films. Okay.
Yeah.
Here are your, okay. So you decide where you think it's going to go in the final list without knowing the films I'm about to say. So.
What?
So Sing, where are you putting it? 1 to 5 best children's films.
1. I just said that.
Okay. Moana.
Oh, right. Okay. So I don't know what you're going to say.
Exactly. That's the whole game.
I don't want to we're talking about depression. Let's get back on topic.
We're not.
Stop talking about Moana.
We're talking about creativity. We're always talking about depression. The podcast is about depression.
Okay.
This is a creativity episode.
I came back in here thinking, right, say plumbing.
Why?
Because plumbing issues are usually down to a blockage.
Oh, yeah? It's a metaphor, isn't it?
And I think I would like to know what my blockage is.
It's probably in your...
What is why can I not have ideas right now? What is it?
I just told you.
I know. But that's why I was going to end this by saying, let's just find my blockage. And I'll have some time to think without listening to a podcast or the same song over and over again.
Which song is it?
Well, it's so depressing this as well, because it's always a song that you've introduced me to. So I don't even have my own identity in songs.
Yeah, but I really love music, and you are just one of those people that doesn't like...
It's also really... It's Rilo Kiley, Does He Love You?
Is it?
Yeah. And I listened to that pretending that you're having an affair in LA.
Yeah, I listen to it pretending I'm having an affair in LA as well.
Yeah. And I'm pregnant, but you love someone else in LA, and you're going to go and have a nice time in LA.
And I hold her tiny face in my hands.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great lyric, isn't it?
You've never held my tiny face in your hands.
It's because you got a big face. She got a big face. Is that Harry Hill? She got a big face.
The other thing is like this, you joking just now about depression, how the podcast is about depression. I'm only depressed half the month, and I'm completely cured when I'm with the kids or you and me in bed. It's the other parts of the day that I struggle with. Like it's when I'm on my own and when we are kind of flailing around thinking of things to do.
Yeah.
On like, what do we focus on now, or what do we like? I don't think I'm an entirely depressed human. Do you think that?
No, I don't think you're an entirely depressed human. I do think you've got a blockage, and I think that you haven't, because of your aversion to therapy. I'm not saying that that's the only problem and that everything would be solved if you just had therapy. But a lot of what that does is it makes even more damaging the fact that you don't allow yourself to think. So you not only will you not try and sort through your own brain with a professional, but you won't even allow your brain time to unsort itself.
Fair enough. I went to get my flu jab yesterday. I went into the pharmacy.
So that's good.
No, I'm just trying to, as another analogy. I don't think it's an analogy. It's just a thing. I went into the pharmacy and I said, hi, is it okay? Do you do flu jabs? Can I pay for one? Like, yeah, cool, 20 quid. Is that cool? Do you want one now? Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Went into a little side room. They didn't even close the door. A random man came out, put a needle in my arm, and then I left and I went to the supermarket. And I didn't even know that what box the injection was coming out of. He could have put anything in my arm yesterday. And I think that about therapists. How do I know? I'm just getting a random person to come and give me some life advice. What do they know?
Well, the proof, they say, is in the pudding. And I've had a few therapists in my time and I've stopped seeing them. You
ghosted them.
Yeah, but I feel like they're mentally robust enough to deal with the ghosting. There was a woman called Alison Golden Grahams. That wasn't her real name, but I used to call her that. And she was a little chipmunk. And do you know the voice I do for when I'm talking to Becca? That is actually her voice. And she was a little chipmunk. Alfie, do you know what is the problem today? And I don't know where she was from. I think it was from South Africa, but her voice I made into cartoon for everybody to enjoy. And I found her too amusing, really. And then there was another very amusing man who also had a kind of an underground animal vibe, much more sort of a vole type man, very, very small and slight. And he would say, what have you had for lunch today? And I said, I had a sort of bagel with hummus and some cherry tomatoes I cut up in there and some rocket. Then there was a balsamic glaze I had on that and I ate that. And he went, Alfie, that's really good. That's a really healthy lunch. And I went, thanks. How much do I owe you? What the fuck are we doing here?
If somebody asked me what I had for lunch in therapy, I would say, I'm out. I'm gone.
He forgot what little stories he would tell me about, like the man who danced on the roof every day. And it was always fine until it wasn't. And that was meant to be a metaphor that helped me through my own existence. He talked to me about the importance of doing exercise and how much he fancied Scarlett Johansson.
What?
It was just a bit of a fucking mess. And I went, this is not helpful. Then I went to that woman in Farringdon who was like...
Who didn't like you?
I just didn't like so tiresome because I've got this book on my shelf, Robert Whittaker play and whatever. Some psychologist, child psychologist that I wanted to try and I couldn't get through it. It was really difficult to read. And I went, oh, you got Whittaker. I tried to read that, but I found it too difficult. And she went, I actually found it to want to be one of the more simple psychology books. And I went, oh, right. Sorry about me. And I just can't stand it when like they don't have a sense of humor. And she did that cliched therapist thing of going, oh, is that a problem if that happens? Why do you think that feels that way? And oh my God.
I just don't have time for that chat. I want someone just to do power therapy. You know how like you can have F45 classes and just go in and out, do everything.
That's not how therapy works. It's not like you can't get a booster shot of therapy.
That's what I need.
You can't get like a little vitamin shot of therapy.
When I'm in my luteal phase next week, I'm just going to go to Barry's boot camp every day. I'm going to see if that works. 5 days. Well, she truly is leaving no stone unturned with her mental health. If I did that and then did something for me in those 5 days, like that I wouldn't ever do. I don't know, like go shopping, try on clothes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, go to a library and sit and read some book. I don't know. I need to try different tactics. Anyway, I'll go swimming and find my little therapist who can swim with me.
You think this is a real thing that you can...
I think that would be good. Water therapy. Is that a thing? Aqua therapy. That's why I got my woman in the sea. Do you know the depressing thing about this tattoo I got? I got a woman lying back in the sea with her hair like submerged under the water and she's in a red Baywatch swimming costume.
Yeah.
She's very thin. You think she's too thin. She's too thin.
I don't think she's too thin. I've never said that.
You said that. You said her boobs are not big enough.
I didn't say her boobs are not big enough.
I hate her boobs and she is not what a woman should be.
Water therapy, also known as hydrotherapy or aquatic therapy, is the use of water for pain relief and treatment.
I don't have pain. I just have inner pain.
I understand that, Jessie. I don't think it is what you want it to be for. Neurological conditions exists with neurological conditions like stroke or multiple sclerosis, not like garden. Mental well-being promotes relaxation and can reduce stress and anxiety. So there you go.
Okay, I'm just going to go swimming. I'll just go swimming.
Where are you going to go in Wavertree?
Can we just not give all of our personal information away? Thank you.
The idea
just
that you would
stop.
go swimming in Wavertree is not, it's the fucking Liverpool Aquatic Centre. It's the most, we live in Liverpool.
You just shush. Don't give out so much, thank you.
Well,
anyway,
Liverpool,
I think I also just need to eat more varied food because whenever you're away at night, I just eat the same thing every night. Maybe I need to like make myself a nice meal or do some bullshit like that. Fucking hell, light a candle for myself.
Why are you such an incredible skeptic about everything that is good in like?
Because nothing works.
Report back to us when you've listened. You've ceased your constant filling up of your own brain with shite.
Okay, let's do a boot camp. I'm going to do a boot camp.
It's always got to be a boot camp. It's always got to be like, let's overhaul the thing.
Because I think we do need to treat it kind of with precision because it's so destructive those period of days when I am
luteal.
I'm getting sent some supplements though that have been clinically proven to work after one cycle. It's a specific PMDD thing that I have been advertised on Instagram, and I messaged them saying, this looks really good. Would you be interested in doing would you send me some? And I'll do like a post about it and tell you if it works or not. And they were like, oh, how much do you need to be paid for this kind of thing? And I was like, no, I'll do it for free. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. Yeah. But also, it won't probably work. So
that's the spirit, isn't it?
I don't want to get paid for something that won't
You'd
work.
be quite a good person to go into clinical trials because if they did give you the placebo, it wouldn't work because your sense of the thing would be. I wonder if you can get something that does work to not work in the same way that a placebo can work if you believe it's going to. If the actual drug, that does work scientifically, you just go, it won't. If you can reverse placebo it.
I do believe in that kind of thing. Because
placebos or?
Well, I think that mind over matter sometimes. Like the other week when I thought I was pregnant, I had that positive pregnancy test.
You didn't?
I had a positive. You saw the 2 lines.
The second line was so faint. You needed to be...
Alfie, if a line comes up, you're pregnant. I was pregnant. I'm sorry.
I needed to be an X-man to see that second line.
If even a little bit of a line comes up, that's a line.
But it wasn't enough of a line to be a line. It wasn't a line. It was a line.
You are mad. That was a positive pregnancy test. And then I had all of the symptoms of pregnancy. I was so exhausted. All of that. And then it just went away. So I think I had like a phantom pregnancy. Why am I talking about pregnancy again? Oh God.
You're an addict.
Because
you need to get some water therapy.
Because it's really bad because I feel like that will cure me.
Yes, I know what you think.
And so that I know that's wrong.
Because it will occupy you. And because you'll feel like you're doing something and generating something positive. You're bringing love and life into the world.
And I do feel most creative. I have always said that. I feel most creative when I'm pregnant.
Yeah, I feel most creative when I'm...
free.
Single, yeah.
Yeah, I feel most creative when I'm single now, but we're stuck with each other.
I know. I love you too much, as I keep on saying to you.
Yeah, now we're just rotting.
We're not rotting, Jessie. I love you. And I love the way that we fight in these sort of explosive bursts. I would hate to be a couple that fought in that. I would hate to be a couple that fought in that. Hey, the other day you said something and that was actually not okay for me and that crossed a bit of a boundary. So in the future, I'd like you to just amend that behavior just to suit me. And yeah, I understand that actually was a little bit invasive and insensitive a thing for me to have said.
Let's set aside 20 minutes to talk about it.
Fuck you.
Yeah, we are good. We're speedy.
And then we just get out of it.
Well, what you said at the beginning about time and how you want to use your time, that was quite scary because it was like you now think you're going to die or something.
No, there's a Raymond Carver short story book collection of short stories called What We Talk About When We Talk About Love. And I can't remember whether it is the titular short story in the book, but it is in there. But these couples are at a dinner party together, and one of them's telling the others about their relationship or a past relationship that they had, where when they would fight, the man dragged the woman around the dining room floor by her legs, screaming at the top of his voice, "I love you, you bitch." And all the couples argue about whether or not that, because the woman who was dragged around by her legs is saying, obviously she's being written by a man. She's saying like, it was brilliant because it's the intensity of that love and that relationship. Like it meant that it was beautiful. It was real. It was so intense. And obviously I don't do that, but you know how sometimes I like to hug you and I squeeze you and your back cracks. I think that's like, it's been written about with like cute kittens, like the kitten's so cute that you want to squeeze it so hard that it like, I love you so much that I kind of almost want to wear you. It's a really intense, possibly unhealthy, feeling
like I bite you.
Yeah. You bite me and you hit me. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why you squeeze the kids. Yeah.
I love to squeeze.
I like our style of fighting too. You're not dragging me around the floor on my legs. Don't worry anybody. But I
might.
Maybe.
But I might. The day is young, listener.
But what you said about time and how you want to use your time, I think that is something that we should be really, we should really action more of, because like the other day when you started playing piano, on the morning when you were like, I've got so much to do. I've just got so much. I need to do all of this. I've got so much to do.
Yeah.
And then you had a moment to work and you opened the piano and you just started trying to learn a song. I was angry at you when you did that, because I was like, well, how could you just now do something for pleasure? What are you doing? We have stuff to do. That is something you should be doing more of, because first of all, you're really like naturally good at the piano and singing and stuff like that. And you obviously get some kind of release when you sing. It's amazing. But we should be doing more stuff like that. I need to find my version of the piano, because I don't think it's piano, because I'm not gifted like that.
But what do you think it is?
It's art. It's drawing. It's painting. Yeah. I'm a painter. I am a painter. Okay. That's what I am. I just don't have any paints right now.
We should get you an easel.
I got an easel coming. My mum's bringing one up in a couple of weeks.
You've got to be fucking my mouth. What the fuck are you talking about?
All my grandma's easels.
All of your grandma's easels. You soft launched this with easel singular, and now we're talking about fucking easels plural.
There's a couple to play for. I'll take one. Someone else can take another one. But I do have my next batch of my mum's stuff coming up soon. So we need to go through.
I don't understand how we are filling this. I was feeling like this is the whole problem with the last place, is that it didn't feel like mine because it was so full of shit, like that I just didn't have any relationship to. And now we fill packed this house to capacity with shit that just is completely alien.
What? An easel? What's wrong with an easel? Other stuff? A bowl? I know you have a problem with bowls, but it's just one bowl.
I'm talking about everywhere you look in this house, there is a garbage bag full of shite.
Alfie, I've got rid of all of it.
You haven't got rid of all of it.
I just got rid of that stuff in the back. The van is now full in the back of all of the stuff.
I don't feel like I've had agency over the filling of my own place.
Well, let's take a tour. Let's take a tour around the house and you can tell me what else you're upset about.
All these bags of stuff. Your family's coming over for Christmas and
Alfie,
wasn't told.
That's just you. I have worked solidly to go through the stuff and get rid of the stuff. I'm getting rid of this t-shirt today.
I don't think you should.
I'm getting rid of this jumper today, even though it's very sweet and it says Ben's name in. I'm getting rid of it. Don't worry.
But I like that jumper and that t-shirt. Keep those. Those are great.
That's from the Ravens Court Theatre School. He went there for one day and he got expelled. No, I am getting rid of stuff. I think he mooned someone, or I don't know, he did something. I am getting rid of stuff. I am trying. Do
you know what I think mooning is like the great lost deviance of our... Can you imagine?
I think he mooned at RADA. That's why he got expelled there too.
I think it was a cocktail of things at RADA, if memory serves.
RADA.
I believe that, mooning.
It's a lost art form.
Imagine if we got a call from the school today and you go, Donnie's been mooning.
He would get expelled. They'd get expelled if they do that. They get expelled. But I know.
It's such a funny thing to do.
I know, because it was so iconic from Bart Simpson.
I think if you said to our kids, hey, have you ever mooned anyone? They'd go, what the fuck is mooning?
No.
They wouldn't know what mooning was.
It was part of my child to see people mooning against windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. Let's bring that back.
Let's moon you, listener. If you're watching on YouTube, we're about to moon you goodbye.
I think that's more for OnlyFans.
I wonder if you would
keep that to OnlyFans.
You've never mooned on OnlyFans?
No.
Maybe your ultimate
I've done some arse stuff, but just with
stuff, yeah.
with clothes on.
Should we release a full sex tape on OnlyFans, and that will be how we say goodbye to it?
Yeah, maybe.
And we could charge $300 for it.
Alfie, I'm sorry, we're not $300. If we did a sex tape, you would be happy with $300 for it. Bear in mind tax. Take away 25%. So you think that would be fine? You would sell our sex for $300
per person? You have
a lot to learn.
How much would you sell it for? I'm
not telling our audience on YouTube. They can that 300. You would sell it for 300. I was having sex.
I don't know whether you think this is expensive or cheap. Is it expensive or cheap? At least tell me that.
So cheap.
So cheap.
Are you fucking mad? $300.
I don't have
being naked having sex.
I don't know. I've never done that before.
Probably sell it under the covers, clothed. They could just see some movement for 300. Jesus Christ. I am nothing to you.
Well, it's me as well.
Yeah, so it should, at least $1,000. At least $1,000 per person for a sex tape.
But you just price everybody out.
Yeah, you price them out.
I think that's a false economy. I think if you charge $300 for it, more people would buy it. You would make more total from $300 than you would $1,000. People don't have $1,000 knocking about.
It doesn't work like that, because you're basically saying, it's like when you told me, first of all, how much to sell my doodles for. Do you remember?
Yeah.
You were like, they're too cheap. No, I think it was my agent. They're too cheap.
No, it was me.
Oh, right, they were too cheap. They've got to be, because you've got to, then people think they're getting something of value.
Yes.
If you're selling a fucking sex tape for $300, I sell my plaits for $300.
No, you don't.
No,
That's
not
how much they cost.
No,
much more reasonable than that. Log on, subscribe, and also the Patreon and Jesse's Substack. There's every subscription model going. You can give Jesse your money.
It's the modern way.
But for me, it's just the Patreon. So please, Brave Clown, patreon.com/Brave Clown. And that's the one. That's where we hold true value.
I would be surprised if anyone from OnlyFans is listening to this podcast. And I would be surprised if anyone from my Substack is subscribing to my OnlyFans. It's a very different market.
There might be some crossover Substack to podcast.
Yeah, but because we're in apps, we haven't really pushed it on Substack. What I should be doing is I should be putting a 5-minute extract on Substack of the thing. So we need to get on all of this.
Okay.
Yeah?
Well, this was a good episode.
No piano
Jessie.
Today for you.
Well, I need to upload this episode and then walk the dog.
Okay, cool. Thank you for listening, everybody. If you have any ideas for water therapy or creative blockages for semi-depressed mothers of 4, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Or if you want
I don't want to know about real therapy though. So please don't tell me what other kind of therapy I should be doing. I do get a lot of messages saying this is the type of, and then something I don't understand about the
cognitive behavioral.
Yeah.
therapy.
Some kind of therapy you should be getting. So many people tell me I'm autistic and I should be getting my diagnosis. What's that going to do?
Yeah. What are we going to do with it?
What am I going to do?
Frame it. Fucking doesn't matter, does it?
I just accept that I probably am. And that's the source of or it's my thyroid. Maybe it's all down to my thyroid.
Tune in next week to find out.
Yeah, next week we'll find out whether I've got an underactive or overactive thyroid.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for listening. Please become a patron. facebook.com/braveclown.
So let's just do
Jessie Cave, OnlyFans, or
Jessie, end the podcast. We always take too long ending the podcast.
Says you. I am doing it for once, and I'm going to take my time. No, it's okay. Thank you for listening.